The original Audi Q7 was, and I don't mean to be cruel here, a bit of a fatty. It hadn't been walking past the fridge, if you know what I mean. Been in a good paddock. But cut it some slack. It was designed more than a decade ago, back when engines were big and so were the SUVs that they went in. But of course in 2015 and beyond, you've got to not only be seen to be green, you've still got to deliver the goods. So it was off to the fat farm to shed a few kilos. And this is the result, the second generation Audi Q7. Well, the first thing I can tell you about the new Q7 is that it feels like a much smaller car to drive. Not just lighter, also more compact. The view forward's very good. The mirrors have been moved to the doors rather than the corners of the windows, so I get a much better view forward. And even though I'm driving on the wrong side of the road, for me, because I'm in Europe, I'm finding the corners are very easy to place, and it doesn't feel like a big bulky car. The other thing that really impresses me is the refinement of this thing. Now this 3-litre turbo diesel is fundamentally the same engine that we've seen in other Audis, but in this installation it's so much more refined and so much quieter than I can remember. I think that maybe there's a bit more to it. Maybe they're not letting on all the things that they've done to it. Or maybe it's just a really clever installation. I don't know. Either way, if I told you this was a petrol engine, you'd probably believe me. It's that good. The other big improvement is the chassis and the ride quality. The handling is very sharp by the standards of a big heavy SUV like this, but you can tell that it has lost a lot of weight. And also, it's very quiet and very refined. Now, obviously Audi's put a lot of effort into that because the old Q7 was a bit of a rough rider, but this time around it's much more civilised, and I think a lot more people are going to sort of drive this for the first time and go, ah, that's how it should have been the whole time. Only took them 10 years. There has been a bit of a price hike. The price will now be about 104,000 or thereabouts versus just over 90,000 for the old Q7 with the same engine, or roughly the same engine. So there is a bit of a price to pay at the hip pocket, but I think, you know, with 5.9 litres per 100 as the official fuel figure, you're going to get some of that back at the pump. It really will make a difference to running costs. There's some clever tricky stuff too, like optional, well, I think it'll be optional in Australia, no one's told me yet, 4-wheel steering, which at low speeds steers the rear wheels up to 5 degrees against the direction of the front wheels, which reduces the turning circle by about 1 metre, I'm told. And at higher speeds, it can turn the rear wheels in sympathy with the front wheels to a maximum of about 2 degrees, which doesn't sound much, but it is important, which makes lane changes more stable. So that will be optional, as far as I know. Also, there's all sorts of lane departure, dynamic cruise control, and autonomous braking that will be available as a package. It'll be bundled up as a technology package, and it'll probably be a few $1,000s, but it will probably be worth optioning. And the other thing that occurs to me is that if you are in the market for this type of vehicle, the things that you're looking for are effortless performance, good interior space, and that refinement that I was talking about. And really, for the target audience, I think Audi has absolutely nailed it, because this thing has all those attributes in spades. They've sold 500,000 of the old Q7, and I reckon they're on a winner here with this one. I think it'll do even better.